Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. Brett. In my hands is one of the latest releases from Marvel Comics. It's Avengers No Road Home. The latest weekly event for the Avengers. Kind of an interesting one. Pretty impressive creative team. We got Mark Waid, Ewing, Jim Zub as the writers. As far as artists, pencilers, we got Paco, Medina, Izaakse, Carlo, Barberi. Colorist includes Jesus, Aburtov, Marcio, Menyz, Erick, Arciniega, David Ramos, and then we got letters, Cory, Petit. So this event was a little bit different than their previous weekly event. The previous weekly event took all the Avengers teams and brought them together. This one brings a bunch of characters together, and then it does an interesting kind of pivot a little bit, a few issues in. So as you can see on the cover, the characters include Hercules, we got Scarlet Witch, there is Spectrum, Rocket Raccoon, Hulk, Hawkeye, and Voyager, and I think that's everybody, and Vision. That's everyone. That's all the major players. The story is we got Nyx, who is Goddess, comes back from her her imprisonment, comes out and just destroys Zeus and all those gods, thus kind of, in a way, attacking Hercules. And it's up to the Avengers to stop her, and she wants to, of course, change the universe. The story itself and the threat, at first I kind of was like, just because it didn't quite feel on the grand scale of the previous weekly event. But as the series went on, I realized it didn't need to be. This was a little bit different of a take, and kind of a fascinating one, in that a few issues in, the issue starts to focus on the characters themselves. So where before the event was bringing all these Avengers teams together, this one brought a bunch of characters together and then kind of focused on each character one issue at a time. Which is really kind of interesting, because by the end of it, it really gives us interesting future status quo to a lot of the different characters, which I dig. There's actually some really solid work when it comes to that, and there's some really cool directions. So I think going into it, and in the few issues that I read going into it, when I originally read it, I was kind of on it, but coming out of it, I was much happier, and I really saw where they were going, and I think this is an example where the whole is better than any single issue. The other big is this gets Conan back to the 616. Yeah, he's thrown into this event, and we know that he is now part of the Savage Avengers and hanging out with some other Marvel characters in the Savage Land. It flows pretty well. It's an entertaining story. As I said, I think it's better read in one sitting and all together than as single issues waiting a week apart. The art is good. I really dig that. And even with a bunch of different artists, it didn't really impact me at all or affect me at all as far as noticing. The thing that I also really like about this is the interaction between all the characters. I think the series does a really fantastic job of them playing off each other. Obviously, Hawkeye killed Hulk, and then Hulk's still a little pissed about that sort of stuff. So, them getting together and having to deal with that sort of stuff is really, really good, is bringing that back and recognizing that. So I think the series does a really great job of recognizing what's come before and playing off of it, and kind of advancing a lot of different storylines that haven't necessarily been picked up elsewhere. And that's what I think a lot of this feels like, is picking up a lot of storylines from elsewhere and running with it. Hercules is a character that I think some folks have had a lot of issues writing, and here he's the front and center. And by the end of it, I kind of dig the direction they're going with. Him, Zeus, and all those characters have a really interesting future for them, and I'm kind of fascinated to see where Marvel takes them all. So as far as extras, we got, of course, covers throughout, and then there's back material. We're not going to show that. We're going to show some of the variants, though. I don't want to spoil what is inside and how things change at the end with the status quo. But overall, there's some really interesting concepts, really great directions towards the end of it. If these are characters that you care about, I would go for it. I don't know if this is necessarily like an earth-shattering event, kind of like the previous one, weekly event was. But this is it's entertaining. It's a fun, entertaining read. You can pick it up, enjoy it, and not really have to think much else and read stuff afterwards. It's one thing that's really good. So, if you want just a easy read to go, it's $30 out and now in comic shops. Go support your comic shop. Kind of link beneath this video. You can put in your zip code, tell you if the shop's near you. no shop, no problem. We got some affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage. But, you know, go support your comic shop. Speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy. We always appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Now, if you're into Avengers, Marvel, comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, Avengers assemble, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.